everyone, Professor Dockery here in the flesh. I'm a real person, what do you know? So I'm here to just give you a little introduction to the course, and throughout the semester I'll provide little updates like this. So yes, you're in SLS1122. This course is really an introduction to college. I know some of you may be taking this for a second time, or in your last semester at Valencia, or you've been to another college before, so maybe college isn't completely new to you. But hang in there. We talk about basic college skills for the first few weeks, and then come week 4, which is also when we'll start using our textbook, we'll start learning a little bit about ourselves, and that will culminate into trying to pinpoint our careers and what we're going to do with our lives. So I hope that you all get something out of the course. The vast majority of students end up sending me emails like, I thought this class was going to be so stupid, but wow, it really helped. So I think that you may find something by the end of the class, whether it be the time management part in the beginning or generally figuring out what your future career will be. Along the same lines of the course, you are taking it online. Sometimes students struggle with the online course, especially might be your first time using Canvas. It's definitely mine, so bear with me as well this semester. Some students struggle taking the online course, especially if you have friends taking the course face-to-face. So I do quickly want to explain the differences and similarities. So SLS1122, since every student has to take it, our weekly subjects and some of the assignments are mandated. So while I may put my own spin on them or add to the modules, some of the content in the course I have to do. It's been given to me, it's got to get put in the course. Your face-to-face classmates are doing the same things. The big difference I often hear from my online students are that they feel like they're doing way more work than their friends taking the course face-to-face, and there's a reason for that. When you take a course face-to-face, you go to class for 3 hours every week, and then you come home and you probably do a little bit of homework. So technically an online class should be engaging you for more than 3 hours a week. I don't think any week will take 3 hours to complete in the online course. So, your classmates may be saying, oh, I just had to fill out a form for homework, those students taking it face-to-face, but they're also neglecting all the work they've done inside the actual class for those, 1 or 2 days a week. So if you have any friends taking the course face-to-face, that may be why it seems like you have to do a bit more reading and stuff. They're doing activities inside the classroom. So that is the one kind of crummy thing about taking an online class. You're on your own. You have to do it all. But the cool thing is that you can do it all at your own pace. So in this course, assignments are due, every Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Usually I will post the next week's information a week early. I have some students who have all their assignments turned in by Monday night and they're ready to go for next week. But it's okay. You have until Sunday, so you can, I wouldn't advise it, but, you can do your work at 10 p.m. on Sunday night. But for those of you that like to kind of keep ahead, or, maybe if you're going on vacation for a week, or you've got a big assignment coming up in a different class, I'll usually have the next week's information open, so you can start ahead if you want to. You should have learned from the syllabus, leave assignments up through Wednesday. So for example, the work that you finished last night, or should have finished last night, will stay open until Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Life happens. We all have stuff going on. I got to read your online readiness essays where you talked about your jobs and your families and all those things that keep you otherwise busy. So that's why everything stays open till Wednesday. I know stuff comes up. Try not to make a habit of handing stuff in till Wednesday on a regular basis, just because you'll get, that 30% off every time. Then the highest grade you'll ever get is a 70. So it's there to help you. It's certainly not something you should do every week if you can help it, though. We'll talk about this in time management as well, but prioritize the assignments. If you can only finish one thing in SLS on time, don't make it the discussion board post. It's only worth 25 points. By the end of the course, that's really nothing. If you hand in, the discussion board super late by Wednesday, I think it's still like 20 points. So you don't really get a lot of points off. When our class is worth 2,300 points or 2,350, 25 points is not a big deal. That's not even going to move you down a letter or anything like that. So if you do have to hand in assignments late, think really hard about what assignment is most important and what you can accomplish with the little time that you do have to hand anything in on time, at least. I think that's about it for kind of my verbal updates. So I thought I would take you through a little orientation of the course. I would hope now by week 2 you've got it on lockdown, but just in case. So I'm in student view. I think it looks the way that it looks for you. I'm not sure. I might have a few extra features, or you may be able to see some of the extra weeks. So just hang in there. So our assignments will pop up here at the top, and I continue to make those. I try to make one in the beginning of every single week just to set up the week's module and maybe give tips and tricks about completing the assignments properly. So you can look for that. In our syllabus, again, you should have read that. You can find all our information. What I really want to highlight is at the bottom. At the bottom, you have our course summary, so that'll show you what's due when, but it's not going to show you what modules you'll find those assignments in. Sorry, my husband just came home, so now my dog's going crazy. Hello. So you can see what assignments are due every time. You can click them and go to the assignments, but again, that doesn't really give you the confidence in knowing what modules are there. So from the home page, there we go. So from the home page, you can see at the bottom, I made a little quick link of the weekly module dates. So if you click on that, it should open a document that shows you the module that accompanies each of the assignments. So you've got your due dates on the left. You can see it's module 1, and then here are the 3 assignments you should complete by the end of the module. This is especially important once we get to a week like week 3, where you'll see there's a module to do, but then you also have your first co-curricular. The 2 modules are not linked, so you will have to know to go to 2 separate modules. You'll see as we get farther through the weeks as well, so in week 9, you'll have 2 different modules to complete. So make sure that you're paying attention to this calendar, maybe print it out, keep it on your desk, whatever you've got to do to keep on top of things. I think that's about it. As long as you know that, you can pretty well get through the course every week. One other thing to highlight is the Conferences tab here on the left. We don't have anything scheduled, so if you click it, it's not going to look like anything. See, I haven't set anything up. In my instructor view, obviously it looks a little different. But this is a way that we can get on and chat or video chat with each other. So 2 or 3 times throughout the semester, I'll be scheduling conferences. I don't think there's ever a time where we'll all be available, but probably in the evening hours. And we can get on. I can give you tips about some of the assignments. You can ask any kinds of questions that might have come up since then. So, once we get to some more involved in assignments, especially our final story project, that's our final exam in the course, students usually have a ton of questions, understandably. So the final story project, it really involves more or less every assignment we'll do from about week 4 on. Every assignment will play some kind of part in your final story project. So I mentioned in week 4, that's when we'll do the Clifton Strengths exam. That's your textbook. That's really the beginning. That's when we start to look at our strengths, and then we'll look at our values and our purpose, and then we start to work towards the actual academic side, planning your future classes, finding out financially what college entails for you, depending where you choose to go. And all that plays a part in your final story project. So I think that's it for me. Thanks for watching. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I try to, I keep my email on my phone. When I'm at home at night, I usually check before bed. So please keep in contact with me, especially if you have any issues. That's probably one more thing to add. If you have any issues arise in your life, please reach out to me. Like I said, I'm a busy person too. This is just something I do for fun. I work at the Osceola campus library about 50 hours a week running that. So, I'm also doing this on the side just like a lot of you are. You have full-time jobs and families, and then you're also taking this class. So just please keep in touch with me. I try to be very understanding, but I can't do much if you come to me, 3 weeks after something was due. We're way past it by then. So the second something comes up in your life, even if, you're just not sure. So, I've had students whose parents have passed away throughout the semester, but they kind of saw it coming, so they were able to contact me. We made a plan for the future, so they could still get everything turned in once they filled up to it again. We can be prepared. We can make a plan. If you sense that something might be coming, at worst, okay, so maybe it doesn't end up being a big deal and you finish your work on time. That's fine. But, if, something serious does happen in your life, please reach out and let me know, and we can try to make arrangements as best as we can. So don't be afraid of me. Just email me. What's the worst that happens? I tell you no? Okay, fine. I don't say no very often. But please keep in touch throughout the semester. You can email me. You could send me messages through Canvas. I also use Kik, the messenger app, so you can download that on your phone or any kind of device you have, so you can essentially text message me without giving me your phone number, and that's pretty instantaneous. I'll get that on my phone and respond right away. Okay? So I wish you all the best of luck this semester, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.